It's open when it's dark, it's the treasure hunt amusement park. Masquerade and Forest Fen are closed, but there are plenty more rides than just those. There's Beacon Star and Treasure Man, Vegas Die and Oak Island. Give them a try and you'll be smiling. This place never closes, that's for certain. There's always a reason to keep searching. Boots on the ground, look, look, look. Your ticket to the ride is the book. Your ticket to the
Where's my
ride
book?
is the book. Your ticket
Upstairs,
to the ride is the book.
Book always disappears. Luckily, I got another one coming off Amazon.
Keep searching forever, start searching now. Grand Adventures with K-Pro and Cow, Whistle Pig, Custard Quest. So many great rides, who knows what's best? This place never closes, that's for certain. There's always a reason to keep searching. Boots on the ground, look, look, look. Your ticket to the ride is the book. Your ticket to the ride is the book. Your ticket to the ride is the book.
Hey, everybody. Introduce yourself. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? Hey, it's Friday night, everybody, not Thursday, since we didn't go live yesterday. And K-Pro will talk about why we didn't go live. It's Friday night get together. Friday night, not Fenbury. I don't know, another word that starts with F. So today is April 18th, 2025, and your ticket to the ride is the book. And I think we're going to talk about two books tonight. That would be Beyond the Map's Edge, and there's Treasure Inside. Oh, three, K-Pro says. Bonus, we have a bonus episode. Maybe that might be Riley's Treasure Hunt, huh? All right. Yeah, ticket to retirement. That's right, Captain Buck. I'm with you. Okay, thank you, everybody, for joining us last minute on a Friday night. I understand, it's the weekend. People are busy. So thanks for joining us. Hey, Nemo, how's it going? Chasing Indy. Nice to see you back. D-Bob, Kim, Sage, Hooley. Nice to see you back, Hooley. It's been a while. Emma, how are you? Lisa Smith, Michael Fazio, Susie Fenhaven. How are you? It's been a while since we've seen Susie around. Davio, of course, Davio. T. Brown, D-Bob, Nameless, Captain. But it goes on and on. There's millions watching from around the world, I think. And tonight, we actually do have something very special that we haven't done in a little while. Isn't that right, K-Pro? Here it is.
Another PowerPoint? Oh, here we go.
All right, K-Pro created a very long PowerPoint with a lot of good information. You're going to want to watch this one. You're going to want to thumbs it up. And our friend Chad Bird with a $50 super chat right off the bat. A little gas money. Cheers, mate. And Chad, good luck on your boots on the ground. That's all I can say in this public setting. But if anybody deserves to find it, you do, because he's told me a little bit of what he's gone through with his boots on the ground. So thanks for that $50 super chat. Take it away, K-Pro.
So I've learned now I'm not going to interrupt Mike. So he just went on and on for the last, 62 minutes. Okay. So a couple things. Yes, I did get boots on the ground. Yes, we did up slipping and sliding everywhere. Yes, I was safe, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that. But yes, we had to turn back. I have a PowerPoint, willing to spill some stuff, not willing to spill some stuff. You're going to see some videos. You're going to see a PowerPoint. And Cynthia, who is a part of the PowerPoint, whether she knows it or not, has declared tonight's drinking word, which is snow. So every time you hear the word snow, you need to take a drink. Take a drink. Take a drink. Okay, so as you know, Mike obviously reviewed the PowerPoint I sent him because he's like, yeah, we're reviewing two books. If he would have gotten to the end, he knows that's not true. So
hang on, Caper. I need to check something. It's a little off. I think the audio. All right, you have to reboot your computer when you come on, but I think we're okay. How's it look, everybody? The audio is not off, is it, to the video? It is in StreamYard, but hopefully it's okay. Anyway, keep going, K-Pro. I guess I should have just kept on rolling.
So those of you that don't know, Mike and I were a part of the Mr. Beast game experience. We will even give you another update. We are going to be going to tour Mr. Beast's headquarters. The whole family, they are paying for us to go out. They are trying to make right the wrongs. So we are super excited.
All right.
Emma hears me.
Well, here's the deal. You're using the computer, not the headset.
Okay.
If you in StreamYard, can you select the headset?
Settings.
It's probably a USB, whatever.
It says camera,
it happens. Technical
audio.
difficulties, everybody.
It says microphone, Pro D webcam. Ooh, that's a problem.
I'll use that one for the audio.
Okay, how about
this one?
That's a lot better.
Is that a lot better?
It is, but it's still off. I think you're going to have to get off and reboot your computer is what's going to have to happen.
Hold on. It's a
lot better, but it's off. When you talk, it's...
Okay, do I need to completely reboot or just sign off and sign back on?
I think so. Yes. And that's all we wanted, so me and you could have a conversation, everybody. She just said, I hear you. Okay, so K-Pro will be back. Let's just go to the soundboard.
Anyway, what? Anyway, what? Really? Because when you say anyway, then you have to follow it up with an actual contribution to the conversation we're having.
What's that? You don't know how. It's Windows. Are you doing it? She doesn't know how to reboot everybody. So she has a computer that she leaves on just all the time, all week, all month. And I'm like, got to reboot it. There's updates that happen. There's magical things that happen in the background of a computer, everybody. So you should reboot it every now and then.
Not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
Who doesn't know computers, but that's okay. She knows PowerPoints, and we have a doozy for you tonight. So everybody thumbs up in preparation for the PowerPoint. And later on, if you don't like it, then you can just take your thumbs up back if you really don't like the PowerPoint. And tonight, we're going to go back to...
You don't have to be a genius to solve the clues.
We're going to talk about John Collins Black. It's been a little while, huh? We got Justin Posey. We got John Collins Black. And both treasure hunts are awesome. And there's room for both treasure hunts. So, plus, we're going to talk about a third one as well, just like K-Pro said. So, yeah, Julia came up and I had to adjust some settings. So they were like, how many ads do you want? They're like light, medium, and heavy. And I just went with medium. So it's doing it on its own. I'm not like hitting a button or anything. So if you guys get a ad that pops up, you don't miss anything. It interrupts the show, but it picks up where it leaves off. At least I hope so. So yeah, computers need something. That's right. Posey Collins. All right, Thomas Strunk. Okay. New one starting soon, right? A new treasure hunt, Eleanor? Not that I know of. Do you know something I don't know? Which one's that? All right. Test it out, K-Pro.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
That's a lot better. Okay. Sorry for that. Let's just end the show and start a new one. No, we're not going to do that. Okay. Got one more soundboard for you.
Oh, you're going to hear about Fenn tonight, Captain Buck.
Let's have some meatloaf. You want some? I knew you'd go. Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf!
You went to high school with that guy, K-Pro.
Yeah, I did.
Talk, K-Pro. It's still on.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can we start the PowerPoint, please? Because I was in the snow. Everybody drink.
Rebooted the computer, yes?
Yes.
It's still off. I don't know why, but it's off.
I'm not the computer Okay, it says it's webcam again. That's why, right? Wait.
No.
It says microphone real tech. I don't know. I wish I had a husband that worked in IT.
I try not to go into your layer up there. I guess I will from now on.
Oh, right, I have no problem taking over your command center. I already took it over once. I'll just take it over again. I'll get the soundboard.
So if it says webcam.
Sounds good. Everyone said definitely sounds better. Sounds good. Sounds good. She sounds good now.
All right, hang on.
I can hear her fine. Sounds good to me now. See, he thinks muting himself, so then I don't hear him is the same as him muting me. It's not. I can just continue to bloop, bloop, bloop,
what the heck? Hey, all right, just go ahead. If it's off, it's off. Go ahead.
No. Is she asking me to marry her? Maybe, T. Brown. Now I hear an echo.
I don't know. I mean, go to StreamYard and check it. So it's this headset. Okay. It happens every
audio.
Live show,
yeah, no, it's live this. Show. It's this head.
We can hear
you hear
it.
That? Okay.
So it looks like the video is the problem, though. The video is off, and I don't know why. You did something.
Get the PowerPoint. That's all anybody cares about.
Oh,
maybe Cowlazars needs to reboot. See,
I just turned it on. It's been off. I turn mine off every
guys.
Hey, everybody.
Wine. Do you want some cheese with that wine?
Thumbs up for a PowerPoint, everybody. Here we go.
Okay. We have to. I even put an agenda on this one. It's over 30 pages. We got to get going. Here we go. Okay. Key updates, clues revealed, announcements, and boots on the ground gone wrong. Next slide, Mike. Wait, aren't we supposed to be on the side?
No, because the audio's off, so they're going to show the PowerPoint. Is that all right?
Okay.
That way it doesn't matter.
Absolutely, Obi-Wan.
Okay,
Yoda.
Mood. All right. Okay, here we go, everybody. Why is there 4 copies of Justin's book, but only 1 copy of TTI? Favorism?
Both of those are from their websites. Maybe one website is 4 times better than the other one. I don't know, Mike.
Okay, the agenda. Go, K-Pro.
Okay, we're going to talk about Maps Edge. We're going to start with that. Clues and solutions to a couple things. Couple things. I have given my, let's call them my Discord peeps the promise. There's super secret stuff that happens in the middle of the night in the Let's Talk About It. So when that happens, I don't share some of those secrets. But if it's up on Discord, if it's been publicly discussed, I can tell you, if you guys want to be ahead of the game, get on Discord, get on our Discord. We have, I think, about 12 hours of chat happening every single day. There are some updates to the website. I've put a couple here. We're going to go a couple there. Look at Captain Buck. Look what Captain Buck did, Mike.
Coffee for 2. Thanks, Captain Buck. And thank you so much for the plate that you made. That was awesome. At the conference, Captain Buck made us a Seeking Treasure conference. It's wood burned, like an engraving. Not engraving. What do you call it? What do you call that? Not engraved. But thanks, Captain Buck. Those were awesome.
Okay, how do I use Discord? We're going to put a link to it. I could even figure it out. And Mike, who's not very techie anymore, he can even figure it out. So all you need to do is click on the link, download the app, get into Discord. That's where we discuss all things treasure hunting. Okay. And then we're going to talk about some of the ebook differences, and then we're going to make a transition, because I don't know if you guys know it, but guess who's just done some marketing for TTI? Justin on the Maps Edge. So we're going to take our transition point there, and I have a couple of updates. We do have a searcher missing. I do want to get the word out. If you have had communication with them, his family's worried, etc. So we will talk about that. We are going to.
Yeah, I just have to interrupt you because you brought that up about a searcher. I just have to say something that we have neglected to say up to this point. There is a longtime searcher in the community. We all know her as Boomer Girl. We all met her at the World Series of Fen. She had a battle with cancer and she passed away recently. So Mary Wiegand, Boomer Girl, you will be missed. That laugh, we all knew it was Mary by her laugh. So unfortunately,
that laugh was usually, she knocked me out of 3 different WSOFs, and she'd laugh and go, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, you're not." So yeah. she was a hoot. Okay. All right. Laser engraved. That was it. Okay. Right,
let's get back to the PowerPoint. But when you said a searcher's missing, that clicked in my brain about Mary. Yeah, another searcher that's missing, but for a different reason. So
yeah, and this may be why we haven't heard from John in like a few weeks. This may be why. Anyway, we will talk about that. I have that information. TTOTC, we have a little mini smudgy, little tiny, maybe 2 updates. And then I'm going to show you the videos, boots on the ground. I'm going to show you, and I'm sorry, I was pumped. I was with my daughter. I was singing. I was having a good time, much like Mr. Beast on day 1. I was all excited. And then it turned terribly wrong. She was doing the video, and then we decided to head back, and why we did and what we learned. Yes, I'm the actual doctor of PowerPoint. I like it. Jack Spratt. Okay. So, and yes, we were in the snow. Take a drink. Okay.
Jack Spratt could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean. How do I know that? How do I know that rhyme? That's not even a dice. That's an actual. Anyway, sorry, Jack Spratt. You just brought my childhood back. Okay. Keep going.
Okay. Next slide. If you want me to keep going, sir. Okay, so these are some things that a lot of you, especially if you're in Discord, you're going to go, I know that, but it's okay. Then you're smarty pantses. So first one, Mike is getting interrupted by kids, and I'm not going to let him.
That's all right. Go ahead.
M on the cover. Go to the next slide.
What is the M for? That's a good question. I have no idea what Justin's middle name is.
Not that M. So look at Beyond the Map's Edge, and do you see how now some people think that quarter M just means it's in the backdrop of that mountain? Some people don't. Some people think
cut off to me.
It looks cut off to everyone, but is it cut off because of that mountain? I made it nice and big. We don't know.
So you mean it's supposed to go, but it's not. If it's supposed to go behind the mountain, it's not done very well. Like, well, I guess you.
You just put Justin down.
No, now I see it. I was thinking a straight line, but no. If it goes down like this, the M could be behind the mountain.
M for Montana.
The treasure chest is behind the mountain, right?
M for Montana.
Oh, I'm from Montana.
Well,
Everybody.
and here's the other thing. This was not done by the illustrator. Who did this? Why is that secret? We have the illustrator literally tweeting about information Justin gave her to make key illustrations. And that is not on Justin's website. So you got to get into Discord because we talk about it there. Thank you to my daughter who found it because she's on Insta. So if you want to know what direction was made for the one that in the kitchen with the raccoons, there's 6 of them, etc., you'd have to get into Discord. And my daughter's the one that told me, and she's like, I thought Justin put everything that were like related to his hunt. Like, oh, it's so good. She's 18. She's on all the social media. She's like, you're a dinosaur. You're not going to have half of this stuff. I said, you're right. Unfortunately. Okay. Looks like the side profile someone. I thought that too, except for another smarty pants on our Discord. Go to the next slide, Mike. I have a title slide on each one of these. Oh, let's talk about this first.
Yeah.
This is weird. Okay. So the real winner of the map edge contest. So on page, I don't know, it has a picture of Justin in the middle of nowhere with a backdrop.
In the book.
In the book. And it says go to the next slide. It says in the book, you get $100 if you send me where this is.
The location.
Well, we know Lisa in the community. I'll just say she likes to email a lot of times in a short period of time. That'll become important in a minute.
Let's put it this way. She knows where all 5 JCB boxes are and Justin's treasure. She hasn't read the book. She just knows. So
well, no, and the big thing is when she does get passionate about something, she emails like 50, 60, 100 times in just a few minutes. So Justin sent her the $100. All was well. All was well until last night. Last night, Mike, what happened? Go to the next. Go to the next slide, Mike.
All right.
Okay, this was updated on the website. Go ahead, Mike.
Congrats. This was updated yesterday on Justin's website. Congratulations to the official winner of the $100 photo identifications challenge presented in my book, Kevin Cooper. After carefully reviewing all submissions and timestamps, I can confirm Kevin was the first to correctly identify the location. There was some initial confusion due to another participant, Lisa Cesari, who submitted many potential locations, but Kevin's correct answer actually came first. For those who still want to try identifying the location just for fun, feel free to email support@treasure.quest to check if your guess is correct. Note that the $100 prize has already been awarded. So
okay.
You give your opinion.
Well, first I was going to say, okay, it totally sounds believable because anyone who's gotten an email from Lisa, you usually get 20 or 30. So this totally sounds plausible. So I had 2 questions for this. Mike, I'm going to throw this at you. Kevin Cooper, he actually puts a link to Kevin Cooper's Twitter. Kevin Cooper has not posted or done anything on his Twitter for 3 years. He's an IT guy. The second thing is he tells us to email him for fun. So I have 2 questions for you, Mike. Mike, who is this Kevin Cooper? You're muted.
I don't know. I've never heard the name before. So Kevin Cooper, DB Cooper. You know
okay, so I've talked to Kevin, so I'll get that update in a minute. Let's jump over to the second question. Do you think it's odd that Justin that says he has this little tiny support team? Why are the kids bothering you right now?
You know why. Minecraft. You know why. All right, go.
I know. And they all need to stop for an hour or I will take the Minecraft. I will take every device in this place and I'll throw them in the pool. I'm talking Xboxes. I'm talking PlayStations. I'm talking laptops. I'm talking new monitors. We're talking about thousands of dollars in the damn
VR. Okay, go ahead.
And the VR and the Nintendo and the whatever else there is. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So I talked to Kevin. So not talked to him, but I've communicated with him and I'll get to that in a minute. But Mike, Justin has this little tiny team that's having such a hard time getting thousands of emails. So now Justin is asking us to email that little tiny team just for fun to submit thousands of, hey, I think it's this. When he's already put out the answer. He already put out the answer.
Let me ask you a couple questions. Is this the email that people know that if people have been emailing at treasure.quest?
No.
Email?
No.
This is a new one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that is interesting.
Okay. This isn't the email I've been emailing.
Right. Well, I mean, we know Justin. We have like his personal email. That's not what I meant. I meant through the website. Was there ever like an actual email saying, "Hey, he's
No.
social media links," and you could message him through, I think, Twitter and Instagram. But well, so maybe he wanted to get an official email out there. I'm not sure. It does seem
Well, let me ask you another question.
Yeah.
In the invitation, did you have to send an email and get some sort of response back?
Yes, that is how we set up our treasure
Oh.
hunt. It was a gate, so we knew how many people passed through the gate when they found the email. Well, have you tried emailing it? Is there an auto response? Because that's what
So
we did.
I think the only way to do that is to use Lisa's method, and I'm going to email it at least 30 times. No, I emailed once, and I gave Justin his exact answer to what he already put out on Twitter as the answer.
Okay, Scott says that's the email that's always been associated with the errata page.
The errata page.
And that's what I was wondering is I think this is the email he was saying, if you find an error, email this. So why does he say send the location? When I don't know. It does sound a little weird, but I don't know.
It's a hint. It's a hint. Okay, and Kevin is a searcher. Kevin seems like a good guy. I've asked, he's not going boots in the ground for a little bit. I just wanted to make sure he was him, or I'm talking to Justin. I don't know. He's an IT techie guy. He could probably help me with the Nintendo situation here, or Xbox, whatever it is.
All right, next.
Okay.
Ooh, what
that's
is
that's a question for you, Mike.
Oh, the interview we did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so here's the deal. For those of you who don't know, I mean, you should have watched it, everybody. If you haven't watched it, what are you waiting for? So we and K-Pro, that's her, and then Cynthia and Justin, who are Netflix Golden Greed, we all did an interview back in 2020, like 5 years ago. Like 3 months before the Forrest Fenn treasure, before Forrest Fenn reported it was found. And that video was on a little channel called K-Pro's Corner. K-Pro used to have her own YouTube channel. And it randomly popped up on my YouTube, Cowlazars, and I was like, what's this? And then I posted it as a joke and said, any clues here? Ha, ha, ha. And then people were like, heck yeah, there's clues. Like, maybe not clues, but important info. Justin talks about wanting to do a treasure hunt. Justin talks about a steward of property. He drops a couple things in there. So what I did is immediately I deleted it because I don't want anybody to see it. No, I deleted it, but I downloaded it first and I re-uploaded it on the Cowlazars channel so that everybody would have a chance to watch it, because most people are not going to know what K-Pro's Corner was. So the video is on our channel right now, and I can put a link if you want me to.
Yeah, and you can't put the same video on two different, exact same video. You actually get into trouble. They'll say like copyright or which one do you want it on. Since, this was before I knew Mike, or was with Mike. It used to be K-Pro, and now I'm Cowlazars. I've told him if we ever get a divorce, I get Cowlazars' channel. He doesn't think that's funny at all.
Anyway, okay, so that's where the video is. And now, are we going to go over what you thought was in the video or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
We don't have time. We have so much other stuff to do.
Right.
Oh no.
What?
Can we still? Did you delete it or just put it private on K-Pro?
Deleted it. Why?
Because Julian, she'd gone through and put all of the minute marks of where he said certain things, and you hate Julie. I know, but where is the comment? It's deleted. You don't like Julie. I get it.
You mean, well, no, if she has, I don't understand what you're saying. The timestamps of the video are still valid. The video's the exact
right. So what she did is in the comment section, she put it the 1 minute, 29-second mark. Justin said something about Stewart, at this minute mark, and you deleted that because you don't like her.
And Julie, send it to me and I'll put it in the description.
She doesn't have it. Okay.
Oh,
Julie, try to speak, Mike. I don't. I give up.
Redo it. That's all. Just redo it.
Yeah, just redo it, and then he'll delete it again
for themselves now. All right, let's go to the errata list, Kate.
Okay.
You're lucky I even found the video. How about that? All right. Huli is the best. That's true. Okay, go. The legal side.
Go to the website. It says it right there. Go to the website.
Oh. Too many directions here. All right. Hang on, everybody.
You know how to do that. You're an IT guy, right? I had to spend the day on PlayStation problems, guys. If anyone knows how, when you are signed out of your PlayStation Microsoft account and you're trying to get into Minecraft and you don't know even what that account was or what email it was affiliated with because it was so many years ago, email me. I will love you forever because Mike can't figure it out. And I spent a lot of the day because I should be in charge of video games, which I want in the bottom of the pool. Go ahead.
So to explain the actual issue, for some reason, Sony has locked down their PlayStation. You can only play Minecraft with one Microsoft account that you originally logged in with. We don't know what Microsoft account that was. So without being able to log into that Microsoft account just for Minecraft, you can't ever play it. So that's where we're at.
Sternworm is back to his. Mike, what does Control Z mean?
I don't know. What is it?
Oh, okay. No, T Brown's a techie guy. Okay, let's keep
I
going.
think he was making a joke. The mistake. Oh, there it is. I think I found a mistake. You can go to the errata page. Here it is. Okay, he
How much
updated.
time do you invest treasure hunting every day? Mike is 0.
Yeah, I work all day, so you know.
I work.
So yes, you do too. I'm not saying you don't. I was just talking about myself. And then I got to play some video games when I get home.
Right.
That's how I
He does
relax.
think
I
video
don't
games
do
are
drugs.
more important for sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, treasure hunting is more important than video games for me, and spending time with my daughter that's really into it for me. So I'd say a couple hours, but I mean, a couple hours a day. That's a basic hobby. Okay, go ahead.
Let's talk more about Minecraft. Anybody see the movie? Okay. Control Z is undo. Oh, he said we could Control Z our marriage license.
T Brown, what the hell is wrong with you?
Okay. All right, go. Errata list. Okay, this is the update right here.
Okay, I'm giving a lot of credit to Justin. Errors are inevitable. There's probably more than he's comfortable with or likes. He is still bringing it on exactly what page, the paragraph, etc. Just wanted to say thank you. If you guys haven't been to the errata page in a while, I had not. There's a lot more up there. So good for Justin. Justin's rocking it. Justin's doing what no one in the entire treasure hunt community in an active hunt, other than us, but ours was solved, is doing, which is a full-fledged errata list. Good for Justin and only Justin in the treasure hunt community. Only Justin.
Well, here's the cool thing. If you guys don't realize this, when you order your book off of Amazon, I don't know, I'm assuming Barnes & Noble as well, although I don't know this for sure. At least Amazon, it's print on demand. So if you were to order the book today, all this, you would get a copy that all this has already been corrected.
I disagree.
Really? All
Yep.
right. Somebody order the book and let me know if that's true or not. Well, I did. So actually, I think we have a book that shipped, so I'll be able at least to compare some of it and see if it's been corrected since April 10th anyway. So,
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll see who's right, huh?
And what happens when I am right, Mike?
Nothing. You do another PowerPoint.
So the last time he tried to correct something, unfortunately, the correction made all printing shut down for, I think it was like a week. And that's the reason the books got delayed. If he does it again, it's going to delay all the books again. I don't think that's going to happen, but I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. If you find an error in the book, you get $100. I like that. I'll just, yeah. Okay.
K-Pro and Cowlazars, do you consider a 50-50 for X marks the spot for full explanation? That's a good point to talk about. People are looking for partners to go boots on the ground. We'll talk about that probably in another show, though. Not tonight, Rodney, but we will. Ooh.
If we have time, I'll put this on the list because I don't know if you know I got stuck in the snow. Get it? Snow. Drinking game. But partner, if we have time, we'll talk about that tonight. Okay.
Yeah, and if you order the ebook, somebody said, why is it my email address in my ebook? It's whoever orders the ebook, it puts their email address in it. It's just a thing of the ebook. They thought, like, wow, how do you get a hold of my email? They thought everybody's book was that way. No, it's just for you. All right. Okay. Front cover of the map. So,
okay, look at just the left side for now. Look at the left side.
It's me.
Some
here.
people thought it looked like a face.
So this is the nose. This is the forehead. This is the lips.
Okay, go to the next one.
The Abraham Lincoln chin. It's pretty close. Ooh. That's
like
pretty
that
good. That's pretty good. So this is, what is this? A map of Montana?
No, Montana, where Wisdom and Dillon and all those places are. Quinky Dink. Quinky Dink.
So the title is Beyond the Map's Edge, and he gave us a map. Now wait, is this the state of Montana? Is that what this border is, or is it some other kind of border?
The state border on the left. It's not the state border on the right.
Oh, interesting. But because it's beyond
This did not come from me. You guys can,
to the left of all this. Interesting. That's pretty close. So what you're saying is Justin has given us by the cover of the book. So you're saying with the right hand.
Let's look at the left side, but do you want to look at the right side and see if it exactly matches as well? We're pretty darn close.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, this looks like a big afro.
The next slide.
And a nose.
Honey, you're so wrong.
Okay. Okay. Wait, this is the right-hand side right here?
Correct.
I don't really, this one is a little bit more trickier. Although this is right here. What is this a border of?
Mountain.
Pioneer Mountain in
I
Montana?
don't know. Yeah, Pioneer Mountain.
Okay. Yeah, that one, I don't know. The other one looks pretty close, though, to
Both
me.
of them. Okay, go to the next slide then. After that. You're
Yee.
so wrong. Look. You don't
Uh,
think that matches?
Well, you should have did it without the. Well, okay. Oh no.
I didn't do any of this, so and I shouldn't have done anything. I did all the work, and you get to just evaluate, so you can do the next PowerPoint.
That's pretty close. So what is this? What is this little incorporated town right here? What is that?
That's Wisdom, Dillon. That's a valley, honey. That's a valley.
So it's a big valley. Is there like a name of this valley, or is it just one?
Dillon, Polaris. I don't know.
So all the hints in the poem seem to reference this area. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Is Justin giving us the starting point by the cover of his book? And if you didn't know, that's breaking news. But the treasure is beyond the map's edge. So
which map? He's already said in I think it was Emma's interview or our interview. He's already said it is on the map inside the book. What if it's beyond this? Listen, focus, baby. What if it's beyond the cover's map's edge, but not beyond the map inside the book that has Alaska and Switzerland and everything?
So Justin has already clarified that the treasure is within the map that's in the book. This, I'm assuming he's saying this, even though everything points to it, the treasure is not in this map right here on this map of this.
Yes, it's beyond that map's edge.
Right. Then that makes sense. It's beyond this map. So everybody who
positive wolves, what are you doing, puppy dog? It's in Discord. I didn't do this. I just thought it was cool.
Oh, well, it's real. I mean, you look at it yourself. There's the map, the boundary, and there's the map. I mean, some people will agree with it, and some people probably won't. But it is real. I mean, it's there. Do you think it's intentional? Is the question. And
you can go double check the line of Montana. This is not made up. Okay. Let's see the map in the book. You just go and look it up. Yeah. How do I join this group?
So Jason Nixon, you can do a couple of things. Although I did not email everybody tonight. I got to get a mailing service. I get too many people. You can email me to get on a list, cowlazars@gmail.com, or you can join our Discord or our Facebook group, which is the links are down in the description of this video down below. Do you get the ebook in the PDF format? Yeah, I did not. I did not get an ebook. I only got the EPUB and the KPF. I had to use Google Book Play in order to make the book work for me. I did not get a PDF. I don't know why that is. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is there. I think this is legit, everybody. The poem, the word wisdom in the poem. What are the different hints in the poem to this area? Do you know? Polaris,
wisdom,
right?
Hole for a big hole
in this area. Now, is Justin's cabin in this area? Yeah. Answer it again. Okay, so this is the area where his family has property and all that, but it's beyond the map's edge. So I think he's saying it's not within this. Now, don't hold us to that. We're not lawyers, but Oh, you can convert EPUB to PDF free online. I didn't know that, Alicia Howell. Thank you. Okay, that's pretty interesting, and that's worth your price of admission right there.
We need a techie person, a person that works in tech.
Acknowledgements page in the book, right?
Something's happening on my side.
What's that?
What the hell's going on?
Chad Bird with the $5 super chat. Yeah, we can still hear you. Okay, you're fine on my side.
Okay.
The image. Okay, Chad Bird says the image was AI generated. I ran it through multiple AI tools. It is 99% AI generated from something. Obviously, he needed to give it some input. Now, I thought he said in the book he didn't use AI, but maybe he meant just the story.
Ooh, he's lying. Caw by Chad Bird.
Thanks, Chad Bird, for the super chat.
Are you thinking this is a checkpoint that gives you confidence you're tending in the right direction? I think, for me, this means the clues are that is somehow related. That area is somehow related, and then you go beyond the map's edge to get to your final number 10-ish. That's me.
It's pretty cool. If you didn't know before, I mean, that is pretty cool. I think that is more than a coincidence. Sure, it's not perfect. He didn't exactly draw it out, but you're saying this is an actual border. Somebody didn't make this up, right?
Correct.
That's what you have to worry about with these pranksters out there, these kids nowadays. Okay, acknowledgements page in the book. What do we got? Oh, you're going to give this up? This is the big one.
It was in Discord. People have discussed it.
All right.
Okay.
I found Mewtwo on the Beyond the Map's Edge cover. That's pretty funny, John Smith, for our TTI people. Okay, this is a big one, if it's true.
If
You
it's
guys know at
true.
at the very end of the acknowledgments page, do you have that in here, the last line about looking for?
No.
Okay. And I don't have my book with me, so I don't remember the exact
It's
wording.
right. It's on the. I heard when I was in here, you said I stole your book. It's right next on your
I
bedstand.
know it's upstairs. It should be right
Ah.
here.
Well-
The acknowledgement. Well, actually, I can go to my Google ebook. Hang on. Google Playbook,
Oh.
I should say.
Okay.
Hang
Thank
on.
you,
I
Justin,
want to
for
read it.
giving people a beacon of hope. Truly amazing on this journey. And most importantly, thank you, Cowlazars and K-Pro. I'm cooking with the poem. Manuel's cooking.
All right, good deal. But this is important, so I do want to read it, and I don't want to get it wrong. So I just brought up my little copy of my ebook.
We got something big happening.
Thanks, Chad Bird, for that.
This isn't secret. This wasn't even posted by me. I thought it was brilliant.
Because it's really strange. So in the acknowledgement page, okay, at the very end, it says, to future hunters who hold this book, may you find what you're looking for, even if it's not what you expected to find. The best treasures, after all, often hide in plain sight, sometimes between the lines of an acknowledgments page. Sometimes the best treasures often hide in plain sight, sometimes between the lines of an acknowledgments page. And we're going to show you.
Okay.
Do we know who it was? Can we give somebody credit?
No, I don't.
All right. Sorry.
Okay. So the darker lettering is the acknowledgments page. And then they used a flashlight and you can see what words come up on the next page. Now go to the next page of the PowerPoint because I flipped it.
Okay. So what we're saying is you take the page that he wrote this on, sometimes between the lines of an acknowledgement page. You take it to the page before or the page after? The page before, I believe. If you put them together like this, the two pages, and then you shine a light, you can see and what makes this work, everybody, is right here is the spacing. Right there is a space and a space and a space. And when you put them together, there are words that show between those spaces. And read it, K-Pro.
You might find every failure leads to a perfect lesson zone beyond your map's edge.
Okay. Yeah, that could be breaking news. But wait, a perfect lesson zone. That sounds a lot.
That's what it says. I actually don't think this is an important message. I just think this means that this is a technique that we need to use on every single page. Please do that and get it to me what it is. I'm going to look at it on each page. Not everybody likes it. A lot of people did. You might.
So let me read it one more time. You might find every failure leads to a perfect lesson. See,
so
I don't like
you're
it.
Saying zone is not one of the words. That's what Hooley says. You might every failure leads. That's you might find though. It says
you might.
Her sentence is different than my sentence from the actual picture.
But what we're saying is this might be a method of how you apply this to somewhere else in the book. Maybe it's just a guess on our part. But it does seem a little bit too good to be a coincidence. Still possible it's a coincidence. But that those lines end that way and there's a space, you put them together, you might find every failure leads to a perfect lesson. I like that. I don't like the word zone. I just like beyond.
Yeah, and Jane's zone is not in hers, but that is literally what this picture is from the Kaizudolan and that person. I think.
All right, well, you guys do it for yourself. Don't trust us. Don't trust the person in Discord. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And see, every failure leads to so in other words, what that means in Justin's speak, in my opinion, is the failure is when you go boots on the ground and you don't find the treasure. He's saying it leads to a perfect lesson beyond your map's edge. It's a go boots on the ground. It's a go figure it out.
Wesley brings up something, but Froggy brought this up as well. And I'm just going to respectfully say I couldn't disagree more. I doubt he would require everyone to buy the book. Froggy thinks the book is kind of optional. You don't really need the book. Or he posted that on our Discord today. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's just like Forrest Fenn's poem. If you can solve Forrest Fenn's poem, go get it. But you needed the book in order to understand the context. In the very first chapter, Justin says it's not about the gold. It's about the person who wrote the poem. You got to get to know the person. You got to get to know their story. And you got to get to know what they're obsessed with. And that's where the book comes in.
Well, you were saying like Forrest Fenn's poem, who literally put the location in his book, and the person that found it, not the 300,000 people that maybe just went with the poem, needed the book and additional personal information. That person. And I love Froggy, and I don't even know Wesley, but I like him too. But I think it's nuts to think that the book isn't important or optional.
So it's true, but you have to know what the poem means, right? And I don't know if you could do that by itself or not. Until it's found, we won't know.
Okay.
So
Next
all right.
slide.
But that is an interesting catch there, whoever did it. Book and ebook differences. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you're new, Justin has said there are intentional differences between the hardcover book and the ebook. And I think he said an astute searcher may be able to recognize those differences or something like that.
And he said, you if you want to be a dedicated searcher, you buy everything. I think it's nuts otherwise.
You get a thumbs up just for that little graphic right there, which is pretty awesome. All right. So here's a big one. This is a big one. Now, which is it? The ebook is missing it? Yeah, obviously, because it's right here in the book. So in the ebook, these two pictures are not in the ebook. On page 4, picture of his mother, and page 117, him and his two buddies. Why?
Which
He
is
said
Comet
there are
Mountain, which is
intentional-
also on that cover map.
Say it again.
Comet Mountain is the one on the right, and that's on that map cover. If you believe that was a silhouette of Montana. Also,
So why are these two pictures missing out of the ebook? And obviously it's intentional. So what is he trying to tell
Go
us?
to the next slide.
K-Pro's got an answer.
I got this from other people
Yeah,
on
I
our
know.
Discord.
It's been out publicly. So those two pages are page 117 and page 4. And if you subtract page 117 from page 4, you get 113. And 113 is the longitude of a GPS. What GPS? Wisdom, Montana.
Which is exactly in the area from the cover of the book page, right next to Dylan, right next to Polaris. It's all in the same area.
Yeah, well, Debbie says the one with the mom could be due to restriction sensitivities. Well, it's in the book. Why wouldn't it be in the ebook? I don't understand why it would.
Agree.
It did it intentionally, but I don't like because arbitrarily I'm just going to subtract the numbers. What if I add the numbers and I get 121? I can make that fit something. So I don't know if I like this. It could be a coincidence.
Cowlazars, go back to the photos.
Okay. Boink.
We have a little bit of a delay.
Mom's first hunt, and then you cut off the.
That's Comet Mountain.
You can hear me, right?
It's very choppy for some reason, and sometimes it just disappears completely.
Maybe it is my computer. I don't know, but we'll get through it, everybody.
But that would make people without the hardbound book unable to play. No, you can figure it out from really bland, generic words in the poem. Because if you think that's all you need, you're nuts. You need both books, in my opinion, because he has said there's key differences. I'm giving hints. How else can he say it?
Right. It's just why. Like, what's the question? Well, why did he do that? And I don't know about the subtracting it, but some places will not allow unlived animals, the internet thing. Yeah, but what about this picture? This picture doesn't have any of that. I understand what you're saying, Debbie. I get it. But I think if you take a physical book, you can make it into an ebook. I don't think anybody's approving that. But anyway, it's just a observation. Yeah, I can't reboot, Emma. We'd lose the whole stream, I think, if I reboot.
Let's just keep going. We will. Yeah.
Or actually, I think I can leave. Actually, I think you
No, just keep going.
All right. So anyway, these two pages are missing. Why is the question?
No, those two pages are not missing. Those two images are missing.
Pictures, those two pictures. Yeah. All right. Okay, so there you go. There's another breaking news. If you didn't know, that is the 113 is the longitude of Wisdom, Montana.
Now, if you guys even think some of this is halfway interesting, this is all old news on Discord. This has been out for weeks, or at least a week. This is stuff that I would say like DB Cooper, Indy. I'm really surprised that Positive Woofs didn't know all of those, etc. So if you want to know when this breaks, you've got to get on our Discord. This is like the after stuff. Okay.
All right. So Jason Nixon is new. He's saying, hey, where do I buy the book and how many books are there, etc. So welcome, Jason Nixon. I hope you subscribe to the channel. I hope you thumbs up. That link right there is where you go to get all the info. And you should also watch the Netflix special, Golden Greed, The Hunt for Fenn's Treasure. It gives you a backstory. It's in the book. Justin tells you to go watch it. So if you have Netflix, check it out. And there's one book and there's an ebook. Justin says either one. You don't have to have both. But he says there are differences between the two that may help you out. And the poem that leads to the treasure is right there on the website. Okay.
So Wesley says, I hate Discord though. I'm brand new to Discord. I didn't even have Facebook before the Forest Fen Hunt. So in my opinion, you need to get with it if you want the breaking news when it breaks. It used to be the forums kind of broke stuff, and then we brought it to YouTube, and then YouTube kind of broke stuff. I can tell you Discord, it's old news. All of this stuff is old news on Discord. And I could tell you there's double this kind of stuff on Discord that I'm just not repeating because some people said, we're not going to talk in Speakeasy if you're in here and you give all our secrets away. So I'm just sharing the big stuff.
I'm saying. All right, but there is one thing we got to do, because I said we do it every time. For those of you who don't know, on the website, there is a Bitcoin wallet. And Justin says a portion of all book sales will go into the Bitcoin wallet. So this is under the frequently asked questions on treasure.quest. You go here, it says you can monitor its increasing balance right here. So if you go here, let's see what it's at. Drum roll, it's at $98.37. Okay. Again, that Amazon and Barnes & Noble, the proceeds that he gets are delayed. So don't worry about it. This will go up later. But what's interesting is you can see who has donated to the Bitcoin. Okay. We know that Dave from the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt donated, and anybody, this is a public Bitcoin wallet. Anybody can go here and donate, and the eventual finder of Justin Posey's treasure will get this Bitcoin wallet and get the money. But what's interesting is this person right here. This is who donated $60. This is on the 6th of April. If you click on the wallet, it tells you everything about the wallet. How many
$15 million.
No. Oh, so it's come down. So it used to be more. Right. Oh, actually, Bitcoin has gone down. In this Bitcoin wallet, there are 117 Bitcoin, which is worth about $9.9 million right now. So is that Justin's Bitcoin wallet? And this is how he's donating the proceeds? I don't know. But it is interesting that this wallet has 117 Bitcoin. This used to be up around 12 million, but I think either he's transferred some of it or Bitcoin's taken a dive recently, like everything has. But gold keeps going up, and that's the majority of Justin's treasure. So I just thought that was interesting that this wallet that donated into the Bitcoin wallet for Beyond the Map's Edge has got this huge amount in it. Maybe it's Justin's Bitcoin wallet. Maybe it's somebody else and they just wanted to donate to the eventual finder. Maybe it's JCB, Paula says. Yeah, maybe. Could be anybody. Yeah, holy moly. That's what I saw. I saw that. I said, wow, I don't think that's Dave from the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt's Bitcoin wallet. Nothing against Dave. But if I go back, these other ones here, you can't click on them, right? This one you can. And this one has 0. Yeah, so this might be the one that Dave actually used. It's got 0 in it. You can see $2.34 was a transaction. But anyway, if you're into Bitcoin wallets, that's kind of interesting. So I just wanted to point that out. And every time we go live, we'll check the wallet to see when it goes up. So, okay, back to the PowerPoint, everybody. And thumbs up for that little tidbit of information, you all.
Forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Doug Heddick says, as you know, some searchers post pictures and diagrams in the Discord and then delete them soon after. Yes. So there's two things that happen. And one is related specifically to me, and then one is related to everyone. I guarantee after this, because there was a group in before this, after this show, there will be a group of people that go, and it usually ranges anywhere from 30 to 50 people go into the Let's Talk About It. And when I say speakeasy, that's another, I thought that's what all of these were called. I didn't realize that was a unique term. So we use those anonymously. And there's like a little text area. Some people post there and then delete to say, if you're not in here, you're not going to get the good stuff. But additionally, I was asked individually by a couple of searchers that said, I'm really excited about working with you, but if you take everything that we get here and bring it to YouTube, we're just going to stop talking when you're around. So I gave them the commitment, and I'm going to hold to my word, that if it's not discussed and kind of openly and widely discussed, I'm not doing what I did with Past and Future and bring you every single little morsel so you can just complain some more. Okay, we good?
K-Pro, what would you do if you found the treasure? One, would you be anonymous or would you tell everybody?
I'd be anonymous. Too many nutballs.
You would be able to not tell everybody that you found it when we're doing a show that it's been found.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there are too many nutballs. That's true. And what would you do with it? It's the majority of it's gold. I guess we're just putting it in the safe and hanging on to it, right?
We will hold the largest treasure, one of the largest treasure hunt.
Yeah.
We will open a ride to. Mike has been wanting to do a hunt. We just don't have that kind of money. We're thinking about doing a $10,000 hunt. We would do a hunt, a big hunt. That's one thing. And then Mike is going to hate this, and then the rest goes in savings. Mike hates that. We have the house one. I have Dark Vader, so I'm fine. I know you need a new car, but and we'd buy a couple things. I'd probably get like a new wardrobe, or I don't know. I'd spend maybe $20K.
New house.
We would not get a new house.
I want a house with a secret room. I keep telling you this. You don't.
I know, and you're looking on. We're not moving again.
All right. Changing a picture. What's this? Page 9.
Go to the next page.
Oh, that's right. So in the book, there's these arrows in the picture. You know, like almost like from a computer when you can scroll through pictures. I think that's all it is. I don't know if anybody.
It should be on the errata page, so I think you're wrong.
Well, but how do you know it's a mistake? Like, I don't. That's part of. Yeah, that somebody emailed.
They
Justin.
are different. They are different.
In the ebook, these little arrows are not there. Is what she's trying to say. So is that intentional or is that unintentional? Yeah, somebody email them. And
why don't you? You.
I'm busy reading a PowerPoint. Okay. There's K-Pro right there. That looks like the command center from the aircraft carrier I was on. A website update for the Maps Edge. Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. Tell them, K-Pro. You saw it. I didn't see it.
Yeah. So Justin has actually put this update, and so he is doing promotion or has recommended 2 other hunts. He's saying that he doesn't know personally to verify these hunts, but he gives a shout out to TTI and Lady Liberty. I personally think this is because he's doing a joint interview as his last interview before he kind of goes a little bit silent. That's just a guess, though. That's just a rumor. But I think he's doing a little nod to TTI. Don't you think that's incredibly interesting, Mike? And I know that he knows Michael O'Connell, and Lady Liberty is Michael O'Connell's hunt. So I think that's cool. And maybe he was doing it for Michael as a friend. So he made sure to include 2 of the bigger hunts. Those are like the 2 biggest hunts out there. I don't know. Yeah, Jam. Cool. Yeah.
So yeah, that is awesome. So, and anybody who doesn't know, there's treasure inside is $1 million hunt. There's 5 boxes that are like $1 million, maybe $1 million each.
No.
Okay.
One is $1 million each, and the rest of them are around 100,000, is what John has said.
But there's some things we don't know. So anyway, that's one book you can get that is clues to all 5 in different states. And Lady Liberty's treasure hunt, our friend Michael O'Connell, whose voice is in Golden Greed when he called into our show about his solve. He has 2 treasure hunts going on in the Boston area, the Massachusetts area, that general area. One is in Boston, the Boston area, and one is in like those 9 New England states. And that's $100,000 right there. So definitely some big rides going on in the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. He left out TTL.
JCB said he might do interviews in a month or 2 to us.
Oh, nice. Breaking news.
Yeah, when did you talk to JCB?
Breaking news from Emma and Jam. Go check out Treasure Hunt with us on YouTube. Cool.
T. Brown, you're naughty.
T. Brown.
I fell for that too many times before
Forkies. Remember Forkies, everybody?
Okay,
Anyway.
next slide.
Yeah, so he's linking to other treasure hunts, which is pretty cool.
Okay, everybody, if you're liking this so far, thumbs up. The 314 of you, thumbs up right now, please. Okay, now we're going to transition to TTI. I only have one little thing, and I actually was looking at the word search the other day, saw this. I'm not hot down this trail anymore, but go ahead.
But K-Pro, what does TTI stand for?
There's treasure inside. That's what we call it.
There's Treasure Inside by Mr. John Collins Black. That one came out first, and then Justin's came out later. This is the search of this missing. What's going on here? This is news to me.
Yeah, and somebody posted it on our Discord, and it's been talked about a couple places. So this gentleman, he is from, where was he from? Finland. And he flew in on March 25th. So that was like over 2 weeks ago. There is some cam at the airport. He did not have winter gear. He took a cab to this particular Moon Lake Lodge that it was in frigid conditions. He has not been seen. And this says March 5th. I thought it was March 25th. His family is really concerned. They have not heard from him if you guys know who this is, or okay, it is March 5th. So he's been missing over a month. If you guys know or have corresponded with this person, if there's any information, the Dutchess County authorities, you can just search his name, and that's the sheriff's office that is asking for any information. He flew into Salt Lake City. We actually we were going to head and land in Salt Lake City. We got caught up in the snow. So I kind of I just feel terrible. So, I am assuming since it's March 5th, this couldn't have been Justin's hunt. I'm assuming he told his family he was searching for treasure in the United States. So I believe this would be a TTI searcher, but again, I don't know. So
do not search in the snow, people. There's a whole long page on Justin's website about not searching in the snow. JCB has said the same thing. So I know you think you know where it is. I know you want to beat everybody out there, but don't do it in the snow. And that brings us probably to K-Pro's videos, huh?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So if you guys see Ohio here, and you did kind of what we did in the hidden message of 5 clues. What, Mike?
No, Lorraine says, and don't search alone. Good point.
Yeah, I'll get there. So we have Ohio, and on each side of that, if you do what we did with the 5 clues and jump over Ohio, you see real star, and the star of the Ohio state flag has a star. It's kind of a famous star. Something to consider.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that, but that damn word search, there's so many things you can find. I'm glad we've taken a break from it for a while, but we'll get back to it. I'm sure we will.
Okay, wait. Discord said searcher was found just before this started.
Oh,
2
good.
questions. Which Discord was it ours, and was he found alive?
Yeah, that would be helpful to know. Let's hope.
Yeah.
It'd be great if it was.
Yeah. Okay, next.
TTOTC Forrest Fenn passed on. And I just want to real quick, I want to bring up the one I had put up, which I forgot about this. Kid reminds us that Forrest said, how do you know where the edge is if you don't go out and look for it? So you think Justin based his title off of that?
No.
Okay, I do. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Next slide.
Hey, who are these 2 geezers?
So if you guys know Dale if you weren't a Forrest Fenn searcher, none of this will matter. That hunt is over. That chest was sold with all the goodies to Justin's LLC. Justin started a new hunt. JCB started a new hunt. But those of you that are keeping track from yesteryear, here is what Cynthia has posted. So this is public information. Spent Wednesday afternoon with Dal, if you guys remember Dal, and then Creighton Fenn, Skippy's son. If you guys remember, if Forrest ever got kidnapped, he was going to meet Dale and Creighton at a certain spot in Yellowstone. She spent 5 hours with them for fun and answers.
Wow.
So she did a shout out to Ben and said, when Shiloh gives you your fun and answers, I got some fun and answers for 5 hours of answers and fun, and we will compare notes. There you have it.
Okay. Well,
so Cynthia might be in our Discord later tonight, and maybe she's willing to talk a little bit about this. That's as much as news fit to print.
Okay. Fenbury. Is there going to be a Fenbury this year, K-Pro?
So Nikki tagged, I know me, but maybe others, or maybe not me, maybe he didn't tag. He put in the Forrest Fenn that Indy announced in the Discord speakeasy that there's a Fenbury this year. So I've been getting tons of questions. It was discussed, I guess, but I wasn't there. It's Nikki. I love him, but he likes to kind of have some fun. Treasure Hunt with us. Fenbury is almost like a WSOF. It was a yearly event that Forrest used to attend. Forrest passed away. The treasure hunt's over. The family has said, move on and get a life. We thought those were over. It seems that there might be interest by potentially the family and searchers to do us in August in Santa Fe. Damn, Nikki. I don't know if you said it, Indy, or not, but I got so many questions. I'm going to make clear I have no information on this. So potentially see Indy or whoever is coordinating this, maybe contact the family if they're going to be. I have no idea. So contact someone other than me. I won't even be attending. Shiloh announced it yesterday on his birthday.
Sweet. For everybody who's going to be there. There you go. So
So it sounds like the family wants to engage with the searchers, which nothing will surprise me anymore. And maybe they'll all be there, and they'll align it with
maybe Mr. Beast will show up. You never know what's going to happen.
Awesome. So I don't know if it's at Forest House. I don't know where it is, what it is. I don't know if Zoe's going to be there. I don't know if the whole family, maybe Mika will be there. I have no idea. Good luck to all of them. And, take pictures. Let us know how it goes. It's still going to be discussed. I just don't have interest in going, nor am I organizing it. So I can't answer things.
Think we got it, K-Pro. I think we got it. The super chat from Chad Bird with the $20 super chat says, I think it's extremely important that the community reinforce to all searchers, please, for the love of God, know your limits. If you don't have the tools, the ability, or the understanding of true wilderness, don't do it. I would agree. The wilderness can be mean. Can't just go running out there in your flip-flops and string thong bikini, K-Pro. You got to take...
Dear Lord, please.
Take some gear with you, and you're going to see a K-Pro's video coming up. What happened? Okay. But is Shiloh going to show the 9-clue video? Yeah, I think they're about on a big tree. They're going to do it in the park. Anyway, that's enough of that. Okay, what's next?
Does Posey say the checkpoint is in the poem or the book? He says, well, since he says you don't need the book, I'm assuming it's one of the clues in the poem as you go boots on the ground.
But is it boots on the ground or, he wouldn't answer. So I think he will at some point. At least he gave us there's 10 clues in the poem. So
okay, so take this down. I'm going to show you 4 videos. So here's the deal. My daughter, as you know, she's 18, so she's an adult, and she's really into this. We wanted to go. She had an extra day off school. So we were going to head up to Montana. I kind of keep it on the down low since we're 2 women traveling, but we do have more than one person. So I'm going to show you what we were told or what we monitored was there was a winter storm or there was a storm coming in. We knew that we would hit a little bit of weather up in Salt Lake. That's where we were going to land for the night. Wait out, make sure there's not any additional snow. If it ended up that we got stuck in Salt Lake for a couple days, that would be fine, and we'd make it more of a touristy thing. So what we decided to do is we didn't make any hotel reservations because wherever we got into issues and we monitored the weather at least every 2 hours, I would say even more than that. So we got through the gorge. We got into Utah and we ran into some trouble, extremely quickly. The weather app was not updated. It was not saying we were in the middle of a snowstorm. It's saying that it was 45 degrees and it was at about 33 or 32 by that point. We started slipping and sliding on the road. So we ran into some problems. So I'm going to show you 4 videos of us, 1 starting out, 2 hitting the snow, 3 where we parked just so we could be safe, and then 4 what our lessons learned was. Mike, go. You got to show the video.
And it's set up. Yeah, hang on 1 second. Okay, here we go. Boop. K-Pro giving you the reality of boots on the ground, everybody.
Okay. East down and bound, loaded up and trucking. Go ahead, show our beast, our shut up Darth Vader. Lots of food. Lights. So we're 410 miles out. We're going to try to beat the Utah weather, so I don't know what that's going to look like. So you can see there's no snow. We got all the food we need. We got all the winter gear in case we need. We brought a huge tub of winter gear. We're heading to Montana. I just gave away the search thing. Yeah. You ready to? We're just reconning. We're not picking up the treasure. We're reconning. Possibly. Okay. So this is your first true boots on the ground. Mm-hmm. Okay, we love you, Mike. We promise we won't open it until we get home.
That's right. No, that's JCB's
love
box.
You. Oh.
Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that, everybody. There we go. 3D Bronze says happy birthday to a great searcher friend, Lorraine. Happy birthday, Lorraine. And thanks for the super chat, 3D Bronze, 3dbronze.com, everybody, for all your treasure hunting needs.
Okay, so we have a tub of all winter gear. I'm talking Sub-Zero. I got into your Michigan stuff, Mike. You probably didn't even realize. Okay. We had gloves. We had hats. We had Sub-Zero. We knew we weren't going to be in any any of that. But we thought it would be important to have an entire tub. I actually learned this from Cynthia. We had a tub of food just in case we got stranded for at least a day. We had 2 or 3 days. I had an entire extra case of water. And then, of course, our clothes, and we had our book, several books, several maps, all of that. Okay. We are talking 3 hours later. Here we go.
3 hours later, and you're in Utah, right?
So there was no snow, guys. Okay, well, the weather says that we're supposed to get a little rain. We have dropped from 44 to 35 within 5 minutes. This was in 5 minutes. It went from... Okay, yeah, a little worrisome, but we'll pull out the first sign of life we see. And we'll just sit and wait a couple hours and see what's going to happen. We were in the middle of nowhere, but we were like 3 or 4 miles from a town. So you can see how quickly we went from literally wasn't even raining to raining and now snowing. Okay. I'm seriously curious about your shirt. That was my WSOP shirt, I think. Yeah.
Or does it mean the one you're wearing right now?
Oh, that's Vegas.
Anyway. Thanks. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that snowstorm came up quick on you, huh?
It came out of nowhere. We went from 44. My super awesome Dark Vader truck tells us, and it was like 44, 43, 42, 41, and it got to like 34, 33. And I'm like, man. So again, and this is the funny part. We park, you're going to see in a second, because we just parked it. Like, let's see if this blows over in an hour. And yeah, it says chance of rain, and it was still like 42 on the weather app. Weather people suck. So literally, as we're sitting in the snowstorm, stopped. A couple of people had veered off the road. We did slip and slide a little bit. So here's us at a gas station. We got off the road within 5 minutes. But here's our next video. Okay, we're stuck. It's snowing. It wasn't supposed to be snowing here. It wasn't supposed to snow for a couple more hours.
You didn't even make it to Montana, right?
Dropped from 44 to 34 in about 15 minutes, and we're just going to sit tight. Oh, yeah. You want to see? Shield.
Ah.
Yeah.
Depressing.
Do you have the heater cranking?
We did. Chance it, though. Oh. Yeah.
Forget that. That's why I moved to Vegas, to get away from that.
Safety is better than, and we have enough food for days. So yeah, it wouldn't have been great food, but it would have been good food. We were at a gas station, so we sat there for probably about an hour, and it kept snowing and kept snowing, and it sat right at about 33, 34, and my concern was everything was going to really start to ice up. So we found a hotel within a mile of us, and super awesome. It was great. So here was the part that sucked. 3 hours late. So this was about 3 o'clock. We waited around till 4. By 5 or 6, we just decided to get a hotel. It cleared up. By nighttime, it was done, but the temperature was dropping, so it was icing up. Okay, so then I'll show you okay, wait. Yeah, let's show the last video, because we decided this morning. We got out early. It was really cold, so you'll see me in a little bit more gear. And you guys will hear, we're going to make like lemonade out of lemons. Here's our lessons learned. Okay. The snow is gone, but it's cold as hell. It's 29 degrees right now. And what did we learn? We learned how to prepare. We got all of our food. Our food was amazing.
Yeah.
We learned when it is time to turn around. When we started slipping and sliding all over, right there we slid, trying to just get off the freeway. We learned how quickly weather can change. What was it, Sam? It was 44, 45.
Yeah.
And within 10 minutes, it was 32 and snowing?
Yep.
Which was insane. We learned we could take the gorge. We're going to be taking the gorge again. We hate the gorge. And we learned when it's time to go home, right?
Yeah.
So if you weren't in school, we would probably keep going. But there's more snow coming in today. Oh, and we learned weathermen suck. There wasn't even supposed to be snow here.
Nope.
And they were wrong. And it's like, shit. So anything else we learned? We learned that headsets work at night when you don't want to hear
what I'm listening to, which is treasure hunting stuff. Oh, and we figured something big out. You want to tell them?
No.
Sorry.
She did. She felt she did.
She figured out something big last night and woke me up. So I did get a few hours sleep, which I'm really excited about. So, okay, we're heading home. East down to Bear.
Okay. So you went from the pool at Resorts World, we were just there 2 days ago or 3 days ago, to the snow in Utah. So that you'll probably have pneumonia.
Well, this is the funny part. So I crashed out early. I just was ready to go to bed. She wakes me up at 2:30. She did find something really cool. She's like, this is it. This is it. I was like, yeah, that's she connected something really good. And then I couldn't go back to sleep. Thanks, Sammy. It was like my first really good night. I mean, I was in bed sleeping by 9 or 10. Anyway, so last slide I would like you to show. Because this is a recap. Because some people are like, why'd you go out in snow? Like Cynthia just said, she wasn't even boots on the ground. She was in 16-degree weather. So this was a recon only, and the weather was supposed to be clear to Salt Lake. And we planned to stay there overnight. There was only supposed to be some rain. We monitored it every 2 hours. And literally this snowstorm snuck up out of nowhere. So here's the things that I want to say we did where we thought we were okay. Because if you guys see Emma and Jam's video from last week, there's no snow on the ground where we were going to. So I did not go alone. There was 2 of us. We had several days of food and drinks and an entire extra case of water in the truck with us. We had 2 different people. I was check-in with Mike and my daughter was check-in with her boyfriend. Every 2 hours, if we didn't check in, we gave them our last spot. And it sounds kind of stupid because we were going out of Las Vegas, but I actually called Mike a couple times. We had one of those car chargers. I give super credit to when Cynthia and I broke down when we were heading to Santa Fe one time to see Carl. And this little thing, it even has outlets, but my truck has an outlet too. So we had lots of ability to get any issue. And we were on a main road of the 15. When snowing, we were 3 miles out to the nearest station. We pulled right over and sat for an hour. This was the hardest part. It cleared up. It wasn't freezing. It was 9 p.m., but we did not want to drive at night. And we had a huge tub of winter gear as well. So for a safety standpoint, I know some people are saying, it was inappropriate for us to go and drive in rain that turned into snow. I don't think so, because we planned the best we could. We knew when to stop. We knew when to turn around. Anything, Mike?
No, I'm glad you guys did turn around and come back. So, it's for
and Sam wasn't super disappointed. She was just like, nope, it's time to go back. We'll go back out again. Now that she cracked this new thing, you can take this down, Mike. I think that's it. There's like a question.
Questions? So how many hours did you drive before you stopped for the night, turned around?
I think about 3.
Just 3 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was further than that, but okay.
All right. Because we had to stop and fill up the gas tank.
Yeah.
There was a couple things that we needed. So yeah, like we left the house a little bit earlier than that, but like literally on the road, it was about 3 hours.
All right. I think that's it, everybody. Sorry about the audio issues and the syncing issue. We'll get that resolved by next time. What?
Then the partnering question we'll do another day. We are over an hour. We'll do that on Monday. Is Luby still coming on?
Yeah, we hope to have Lou B from Netflix Golden Greed on this Monday's show. So Monday night. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you thumbs up, comment on the video, and tell your friends. Somebody's going to find $1 million in gold, everybody, plus some money in a Bitcoin wallet. So for sure, get out there and look when the weather's right. Get out there and look when you take safety precautions. And get out there and look when you have a spot. So that's it. It sounds like JCB is going to do another interview, so we'll have to get into that too. So if you're new here, me and K-Pro go live every Monday and Wednesday night, but we also go live whenever there's breaking news in the treasure hunt community. And that could be any time. So that's why you want to be subscribed and hit that bell so you'll be notified when we go live. Anything else, K-Pro?
No. Has everyone received their books? You got notification that we had an Amazon book.
Yeah, coming.
Yeah. So it looked like that. I didn't know there was still some issues. So there were still some issues, and it looks like stuff is coming now. So I don't know, but I didn't remember. I'll ask Emma in chat. They said when they talked to JCB. When was that? Was that a while back or was that recently? I didn't see the answer because the chat was zooming by. So yeah.
I'm sure you'll all be in
Debrief,
speak.
yeah, I'm sure everybody, you did good tonight. You can hang now. You can go into speaking. So you go into our Discord and you go into our kudos for turning around and doing the right thing and staying safe. Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah. So she's actually taught me more about safety and things other than the bear spray in her crotch. She has taught me better on all of, like, the tubs were totally her idea. It's so easy to travel with her. And a lot of it is just because she's so organized, logistics, even where like the snow gear was on the bottom because we're never going to need snow gear. The food was at the top, things that we're going to have accessible, an extra little doggy bag for when you have trash and things. So you have the little dog bags. It's just really cool when I don't even think she realized she was teaching me when it's just how she travels. It's just how she rolls.
Okay, let's wrap it up. I still got to have dinner, everybody. Come on. It is Friday night. I hope everybody has a good weekend and get excited. I mean, there are 5 JCB boxes out there to find, and 1 Justin Posey, 2 for Michael O'Connell, 4 for TTOK, I think, whatever. There's a lot of treasure out there to find. So one of them, at least one of them, should be within travel distance of you if you can put together the clues and figure out where it's at. Right, K-Pro?
Yeah,
Okay.
I really want to go. I really want to go. I have to tell you, I know, and this is what I wanted Sam to get 2 things. One, how vast the wilderness is when you think you have a good spot and the spot, let's say, is, I don't know, Big Hole, how big that area is. And then the second thing, how much you can pick up on boots on the ground. You might see a sign, you might see a marker, you might see something that Google Earth and stuff won't pick up. Okay. What?
Shout out to Minor Ma Gold. If you remember K-Pro, everybody check out Minor Ma Gold on YouTube because she hides treasures. She hid the gold here in Vegas. Remember at the park that was all the way down south? And we were like, by the time we get there, we knew exactly where it was, Minor Ma.
Oh,
but
yeah.
by the time we get there, it's probably gone. And I think the next day, we went down to Henderson and it was gone. But that's awesome. She actually hides gold and silver and different things. So check out Minor Ma on YouTube. And hopefully if you hide one in Nevada again, and we'll go look for it. So, and a big shout out for 3D Bronze. He did a treasure here in Las Vegas as well. So, all right, everybody. I think that's it. A lot of good information in this video. But if you really want to find one of these treasures, go to the websites. Go to treasureinside.com. Go to treasure.quest. Sorry. Those are the 2. You got to read the website. You really got to read everything on the website. And then order the book. Oh, yeah, we know you, Minor Ma. I saw your video when you were here in Vegas, and I thought, oh, that's cool. I'm subscribed. I watch.
Yeah.
If you ever do another one in Nevada, let us know for sure. Okay, that's it. We're going to wrap it up. We appreciate it. Stay safe treasure hunting, everybody, and we'll see you next time.